What's up, guys? Matt back here with Phoenix Flippers. Today I'm going to do a what sold video going over the month of April, and I know today's what, June 15th, I think. I'm way behind, but I've done that kind of not necessarily on purpose, but I've taken a step back from YouTube to try to focus more on the business itself, the part that's making me money. I'm actually really glad that I have done that because I'm making more right now than I have in my business yet. So let's go over some sales and you guys can see how I'm doing that. All right, guys, first up is this white corduroy pair of Hugo Boss pants. They were unhemmed at the bottom. I got these at a thrift store for $1.50. My profit on these was $33.16, and they took 68 days to sell. Interesting thing about these is I sold them. I don't know what happened with the shipping, but the guy didn't ever receive them. So he opened up a claim, and I actually refunded him his money. And then after I refunded him his money, they showed up like 2 days later. And so the guy actually repaid. He sent the payment back to me. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, next up is this new Super Mario Wii and two Wii controllers. One of the Wii controllers, the blue one there, has the Wii motion sensor thing built into it. Obviously, these sales were going on during the massive lockdown and all of that, and so I have a lot of video games that are selling, and they all did pretty good. These ones were purchased and part of a lot like months and months ago. I've had a lot of Wii stuff lying around for a long time, so not that the pandemic was a good thing, don't get me wrong, but I got to sell a lot of my Wii stuff for a pretty high value here. So I've already made my money back on almost all of these video game things. The one that I haven't, I'll go over, but this one I had no cost into. My profit was $38.14. And guys, literally this sold in minutes. I listed it and it was gone like literally in under 10 minutes. So it sold really fast. Okay, next up is this Wii Sports Resort game with two Wiimotes. Also, they both have the little Wii motion sensors. Again, this was all part of a lot that I had purchased. Had them just lying around, so I have no cost into these because I've already made my money back through selling a few of the games that came with them. This one sold for $53.44. My profit was $36.52, and this sold in 1 day. All right, guys, next up is this Wii console with games. Again, I had a lot of Wii stuff. This is some that I've already made my money back through selling some of the better games. This just had it had one or two decent games, but the rest were just kind of garbage. So nothing that great in this one. This one sold for $226.14. My profit was $177.74. And this one sold in 2 days. All right, guys. Next up is this Logitech webcam. This was actually purchased by my wife for me. I was going to use it to do my videos. She got it for a really good deal. And when we saw how much they were selling for, she was like, nope, let's just sell it and then we'll get another one later on. So we chose to go ahead and sell it. It sold for $226.14. Or no, I'm sorry. It sold for $161.98. Our profit was $127.65. And this one also sold just minutes after we listed it. So probably listed it a little too low, but literally in under 10 minutes it sold. Okay, guys, next up is this STX putter. I found this at a thrift store for $1. It wasn't anything spectacular, I didn't think. When I bought it, it had like a little cover on it. So I just bought it just because. It sold for $46.06. My profit was $27.51, and that took 190 days to sell. So I had that one for a long time, but again, I only paid $1 for it, and I had decent profit at $27.51. All right, you guys. Next up is this Mario Kart with 4 Nintendo Wii wheels. Again, this was all just stuff I had lying around because I had purchased several Wii lots a long time ago. So I have no cost into this because I've already made my money back. It sold for $65. My profit was $43.77, and this one sold within hours of me listing it. Okay, guys, next up is this Nintendo Game Boy game, Pokemon Emerald version. This is an official version. It's not a remake or anything like that. I purchased this off of Facebook. It came with a Nintendo DS or a Nintendo Game Boy, as well as another game for $20. This sold for $54.99. My profit was $25.29. But because I put the full cost on with this game. That means when the Nintendo Game Boy sells, all of that will be profit. And this sold within 5 minutes of me listing it. Okay, guys, my next 2 lots here that I sold were all Nintendo 64 games. The first one is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 for the N64. These were out of my personal collection. I've had them for years and years and years. Just don't ever play them. Decided to sell them. These 2 sold for $42.11. My profit was $30.70, and they sold within 5 days. And then the next one here you can see is N64, also Donkey Kong, or for Donkey, also N64. It's Donkey Kong 64. Again, also out of my personal collection. It sold for $43.05. My profit was $31.52, and it took 6 days to sell. All right, next up, I got some more Wii stuff. 2 Wii Motes with nunchucks. You can see the picture. Again, these were just part of a lot. I didn't have any cost into these because I've already made my money back. They sold for $63.96. My profit was $44.83, and they sold within 2 days. Okay, guys, next up is this Wilson. It's the A2000 glove. For whatever reason, this glove sells really, really good. You can see from the picture, this one was old. It was beat up. It was really kind of trashy. But as soon as I saw it, I got it from a Goodwill. As soon as I saw it, I knew I was going to buy it because it was the A2000. I paid $5.49 for this. It sold for $58.39. My profit was $37.25. It took 79 days to sell, but I think that's only because it was in such poor condition. If it was in good condition, I would have got more, and it would have sold a lot quicker. Okay, guys, next up, we have yet another Nintendo Wii lot. So this is the one, when I told my kids how good Wii stuff was selling, they were like, well, we want to buy one. So I started looking on Facebook, found this lot. We paid $75 for it on Facebook, turned around and sold it on eBay for $210.76. Our profit was $90.09. It took only 4 days to sell. And that's one that I split with all 3 of my boys. So my profit on it was pretty minimal, but they each made a little something from it. All right, guys, next up is this Nintendo DS. I think I said Game Boy earlier, but this is the Nintendo DS that came with the Pokemon Emerald game. But it was this white one. It also came with a Yu-Gi-Oh game you can see there. So because I took the full cost of this with the Emerald game, I had no cost on this one. It sold for $63.32. My profit was $45.85, and it sold in 5 days. Guys, next up is this lot of NASCAR die cast car lot. I bought these a long time ago. There was a big, huge lot. I paid $65 for all of them, and I had sold off enough of them to where I was still $1.52 in the negative. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of having these. They're not moving good on eBay. So I put the entire lot on OfferUp on Facebook. It sold literally within minutes. For $100. So I made $98.48 total from all of them. But from when I originally started listing them, it took like 293 days before I finally sold them all. But getting rid of all of them in one fell swoop like that, I didn't make as much maybe, but it was nice to just get rid of them. Okay, guys, next up, more Wii stuff. We got this Mario Kart with 4 wheels. Yes, this is the second lot of these that I had. This one's I had no cost in this. Again, it was just part of a lot, and I had already made my money back. Sold for $75.60. My profit was $48.01, and this one also sold just in a couple of hours. All right, guys, next up, another Nintendo Wii lot. Again, just a bunch that I had lying around. I had a ton of Wii stuff that I just had never listed because it wasn't selling very good, and then all this stuff happened, and they started selling really good, so I blew through them. But I had no cost into this. Sold for $187.84. My profit was $142.27, and this one sold within minutes of me listing it. All right, next up is this North Carolina Tar Heels jacket. I don't do a lot of clothing. I bought this literally at the very first yard sale I went to when I decided to start reselling. I paid $1 for it. It finally sold for $35.74. My profit was $22.46. It took 323 days to sell, so it took a long time. Well, I had it for a while before I listed it too, but it took a long time. All right, guys, the last one I wanted to go over today is actually one of Logan's. It's this Callaway Apex 7-iron. He paid $2 for this at a thrift store. Sold for $44.52. His profit was $23.58. It took 250 days to sell, so it took a long time, but Logan making moves out here. All right, guys, those are the sales that I wanted to go over for the month of of April. I did not include any shoes in that because I did those in another video, but there were a bunch of shoes mixed in there that I just didn't go over in this video. I am going to break down the totals numbers, so the totals will have the shoes in there. I didn't separate them out or anything like that, but let me go over the numbers with you. All right, you guys. So this is my total sales for the month of May, $3,210 or 10 cents. Taking out the cost of goods, which was $353.65, leaves me with $28.46.45. Take out my eBay fees, which were $250.08, leaves me with $25.96.37. Take out my PayPal fees, which is $249.07. That one's high because I include all the tax that is collected and stuff in there as well, so that's why that one's pretty high. Leaves me with $23.47.30. Take out my shipping fees, which were $455.38, and that leaves me with a net profit of $18.91.92. Again, I am 100% part-time. I work a regular full-time job, at least 40 hours a week, so I just do this on the side. For me, that is my highest profit in a single month so far to date, $18.91.92, and I am pretty happy about that. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, please leave a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if you saw anything that you liked or something that you thought I did incorrectly or something like that. I'm always looking to improve my business. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this, and I will catch you guys on the next one.